What's good, guys? It's your boy JostenJ coming to you with another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. Alright, the 5 signs that you are a simp, and actually how to get over this and stop simping, because like you saw in the first clip, you don't have to do too much. When a woman first meets you, like when she first locks eyes on you, she knows if she's gonna sleep with you or not, guys. So always remember that, and that will stop you from simping. But let's get into it. Number 1, you validate women for no reason, and you need their validation at the same time. It's really weird how that works. So for the sake of a woman being a woman, you guys are going to go out of your way to pay for things, go out of your way to open a door, go out of your way to comment on all of her social media posts. And if you notice, you guys aren't going to be getting a heavy amount of responses. Your comments won't be getting liked. You might be in her story, viewing her stories, but you see that she never views your stories back as much. Maybe twice out of the week, I don't know, and you're viewing them like all week. So always remember that when you're on social media and you're looking at these chicks and oh my God, you're so sexy and this, that, and the third, yo, be direct, ask her out, set a date through the DM if you want to. Send a voice note over there, call her. You can like FaceTime through Instagram, call her. But all this extra shit, liking pictures, and look, cut it, because they don't even like that stuff anyway. And the guys that they really want, trust and believe, they're not in their comment section. And this is why I always say, as a man, you have to understand when a woman is really feeling you, showing you high interest, because if you're not, listen, you're gonna take any kind of attention that a woman gives you, and you're not gonna be able to differentiate whether a woman finds you attractive or like sexually attractive. Like I always say, sexual things are going to happen between you and a female when she finds you sexually attractive. So don't get the two confused. And you will never really need a female's attention to validate you. Understand that. That's why guys needed to validate them, because they don't play the direct game, they play the indirect game. So they figure, okay, as long as she's around me and she has friends, and then we might get together and go out somewhere, and then we'll keep going on and on and on and on, and then one day I'll get my shot. But it's like, no. All you're doing is prolonging the inevitable. Shoot your shot. Shoot your shot. They know if they want to get with you automatically. So you never need them to validate you. Once you know that, you're going to be a straight shooter. Every chick, you're never going to need a chick to be around you. And once that happens, you're going to start to understand things like you can give a chick a compliment and you don't even know how she feels about you, and then keep going about your business. Never speak to her again. And guarantee you, she's going to say, hey, the next day, and hey, the next day, hey, and be like, you know what? Why is he not coming to talk to me again? But he talked to me that one time. Why is he not doing it again? Hello, do it again. Because that guy's good. He doesn't need your validation. Understand? Number 2, you agree with a woman when you disagree with the woman. Understand that. I don't care if it's your girlfriend, colleague, associate, as long as you don't get fired, guys. But I'm not trying to say start arguments and disagree. But guys, when you're always being passive, and they could say the dumbest stuff, and you'll be like, yeah, I agree. Oh yeah, I saw that on the news too. That's crazy how they're doing that, and like, no. Just don't even talk to them about it. Don't even get involved in it. If you don't agree and you figure like, oh, even if it's at work, politics or something like that, just don't get involved with it. Never argue with a woman, because listen, that's the emotional side of things. We don't really play well in their realm of emotion. We play in the realm of logic. So I'd way rather stay over in the realm of logic. No. We're not gonna go over there. So always remember that. When you're being too agreeable, you're gonna almost think that you're getting somewhere with this chick by being agreeable. You're wrong, because that's not the balance. That's, you're not gonna balance each other out. If she's always, saying things that you don't like and you're always being agreeable, and then you notice that if you say things that she doesn't like, she's telling you like, hey, I don't like that. Like, yo, what's good with you? See? You're gonna even accept her saying, hey, I don't like that. What's up with you? But you're simping. Listen, tell people what you want and what you don't want, what you will accept and what you won't accept. But we're never out here being yes men for a woman. Remember that. And if you can't understand that, you're simping. You're too agreeable. You're too nice. You're playing this nice guy role for the sake of what? Some chick really liking you? Like, no, stop that simp shit. Number 3 on the list. This is actually funny. I put it on the list. It's becoming a redundant topic, right? The boyfriend energy thing. You push boyfriend energy off rip, right? This is going to repel a lot of women. Not saying it's going to scare them, but they're just going to look at you like, well, I've seen this guy before. And I've seen this guy before. And I've seen this guy before. And I've seen this guy before. So when you try to push with this nice guy energy, Or let's say like this, right? You're not being too much of a nice guy, but you see that you're doing things that you would never really do for somebody that you even know. Trust and believe, she can see that on the other side. Like, she's thinking about it like, hey, I'm not even this nice to my own sister or, her own brother or something. So, like, what's up with this guy? And if you guys never, like, you guys don't have any rapport. There's no rapport there. You just met this chick, super simping. And they know it, and that's kind of gonna like make her interest decrease, especially if this woman was interested in you initially. You know what I mean? So stop that with the simping, because you would think that the simping is doing you a service, but really, when you bump into a chick who really likes you, the simping is doing you a huge disservice. Because either she's gonna use and abuse you, or she's gonna look at you like, oh man, like he was perfect until he just started simping. Number 4. You spend money on women that will never spend money on you. Understand this. When you're used to dealing with a lot of high interest women, right? They're gonna show you right in front of your face, real timing, they have no trouble spending money on the guy that they see as that guy. So when you're doing this, putting all this energy and spending this money on some baddie or whatever, right? You're gonna spend money on her and you see that she's not reciprocating the same energy. Now, what that's gonna do is cause you to have low self-esteem. But at the same time, how can you have low self-esteem if she doesn't have as much as you have and you're tricking out on her? You understand? So that's where it starts, and it's always how you lead things with women. So if you're leading with money, how do you think it's gonna end? Because things come to an end, right? So if you get married, what happens at the end? Pay attention to this stuff, guys. Because you would think, oh, it's just, I'm just buying a VIP area and this, that, and the third, and I'm just paying for this, and I'm just paying for this, and I'm just paying for this. I'm really giving her the lifestyle. I mean, are you just giving her the lifestyle, or are you giving her more than you even should, more than she even deserves, because she deserves less? A woman should only get that side of you, like that nurturing side, that caring side of you that wants to spend money on her to make like what seems to be like, oh, I want to make her dreams come true real quick. I want to boss her up. I want to level her up. Okay, but she has to earn it, because if she does not earn it, she's not going to respect it. And then if she doesn't earn it and you give it to her like that, that's where everything is. That's the basis. You ever wonder why like chicks can bang a guy of like high status and then, she never deserved to get with that guy, but that's where that bar stays. I'm not dealing with anybody below this type of guy. That's where that bar stays, even though you never deserved it, even though you were a quick like thing to him, right? He just got it out the way. Number 5, you are constantly getting played. Constantly getting played. You could have a relationship that, fizzled out in the beginning. You still got played, but, it was like, I don't care like that. Then you can have like another relationship that it lasted a couple months, and then that fizzled out. And then you can have another relationship that lasted like a year or two, and you see that fizzled out. And then you could have hookups, situationships that you weren't leading, right, as a simp. And you will just be like, what the fuck? How do I seem to keep getting played? It's not like you're leaving people, they're leaving you. They're leaving you, whether you got to find out what happened or, because you shouldn't care, but see, you're a simp, so you're going to go digging through the trash and, looking to see what she's doing. So when you finally figure out the truth, you're going to be like, yo, why is this a recurrent, like this is an ongoing thing. Why is this that I put my best foot forward and I try to lead like a gentleman and, here I come to save the day, and it never works out. It never works out. It always ends up like somebody's always there to come save them from me. But I'm supposed to be the exception because, I have all of this money or all of this time and all this attention to shower on a female. It never gives you a good return on investment. So let's get into this part of the video, right? How to stop simping. You have to have some sort of self-worth. You have to love yourself. You have to have a hobby that you love, that you would never give up over anybody. You would not give this up over anybody. I don't care. It could be a trade. Whatever skill, I'm not giving this up over anybody. And you will stop simping because you have a purpose, you have a passion, you have a reason to wake up early in the morning, right? And look, when you're a man on his purpose, a woman is going to come into your life and see all the good qualities you have about yourself, not just money and simping and time and attention. No. Because that goes against like all the stuff that women really are attracted to, man. Masculinity. A path, a program, some like resourcefulness, like you're a resourceful dude. You really get it out the mud. And you're happy to do this shit. You're never complaining. That's the guy that a real woman goes, you know what? This guy has leadership. And I need leadership. So why don't I just fall under his leadership? And if he drops the ball, then maybe I don't want to be under his leadership anymore. But we haven't even crossed that bridge yet. I like his leadership. I'm going to be under his leadership. That guy doesn't have to simp or do anything. He just has to be a real man. So when you simp, you are the opposite of all of that. You are a pushover, a simp, a clown, a dude boy, a sucker. Do you know that when you simp for women, they go and laugh at you and talk to their friends about you? You know that, right? So in your head, the whole time you think that you're getting somewhere, you're progressing with this female. She thinks you're food. That's right, she thinks you're lunch. She thinks you're a munch. You can't eat it for lunch. Bang, get my one like. That's what she thinks. She thinks you're a munch. But the funny part is you ain't munching anything. That's the funny part. You're a munch, but you ain't getting nothing. You ain't doing nothing. Always remember that, guys. When you simp, you will literally, right, be following a woman that don't even want you to simp. You just start simping. She doesn't even want you to simp. And somehow guys still find themselves simping. Now, a lot of the women will tell you, they'll keep it like this. This is my base rate. Just to mess with me, this is my base rate. So guys are forced into simping when they're not strong-minded, when they have no discipline. Yes, they will go and pay the price to simp. But most chicks, bro, they will let you just keep looking stupid, soaking up energy and attention and validation and all of that goofy shit. So that's why I made this video, so you know what to be on the lookout for. And if you identify with some of these and they're triggers to you, or you see that you simp for women because they look this way on Instagram, listen, cut that shit out. Guys, hopefully you got a lot out of this video. Like, comment, subscribe, get with you boys in the next video. Let's go, boys. Let's go.